Okay, so for this question, we're going to identify the type of growth pattern that is shown. We're also going to find the fourth step, the total number of dots in the fourth step in the pattern, and then write an expression that is shown. So I like to start by just establishing a T-chart. So our X is going to represent our step number, and or Y is going to be the total number of terms in the step, total number of dots in the step. So step 1 has 4 dots. Step 2 has 12 dots. Step 3 has 24 dots. And so I might need to figure like what step 4 is in order to establish what's going on. So I notice I have on step 1 there's a row of 3, then 1 dot. There are 2 rows of 4. So this is a 1 by 3 and then a 1 by 1. I notice I have a 2 by 4 and then a 2 by 2 here. I notice I have a 3 by 5 and then a 3 by 3. And so for step 4, it looks like I would have a 4 by 6 based on how my number pattern is going, and then a 4 by 4. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna just move this right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna do 4 rows of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One final row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I should have a 4 by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. What am I doing? So 2, 3, and there's 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, not 4. So how many dots do we have? We have a 4 by 6, that's 24, and a 4 by 4, that's 16. So when we add those together, our step 4 will have 40 dots. So if we look on how that is increasing from 4 to 12, that's a plus 8. From 12 to 24, that is a plus 12. And from 24 to 40, that's a plus 16. So what we're noticing is that even though these are changing at a different rate, what's happening is we're adding 4 each time. So we know this is going to be representative of quadratic growth because the rate of change changes by a constant value. So it means we should see growing squares in our pattern. And here is how I see this pattern. So there's a 1 by 1 here. There's also a 1 by 1 here. There is a 2 by 2 here. There's also a 2 by 2 here. There is a 3 by 3 here. There's also a 3 by 3 here. There's a 4 by 4 here. There's also a 4 by 4 here. And then the other thing I'm noticing is there's always a 2 times n right here. This is 2n. This is 2n. This is 2 times n. So we have, on each pattern, we have 2 sets of increasing squares. And then 2 times n. So if I should draw the pattern for step, because this is 2 times 1, this is 2 times 2, this is 2 times 3, this is 2 times 4. So if I were to draw the pattern for step n, this is what it would look like. I would have an n by n, which gives me n squared. I'd have another n by n, n by n, that's n squared. And then I'll have a 2 times n, so this is 2n. So this, based on what our pattern looks like, my yellow happens to be n times n, which is n squared, and it's actually 2 of those. And then my green section, oh, it's supposed to be green, come on, is 2 times n. Oh my god, I'm failing at this. Which is equal to 2n. So the expression that gives the step n is going to be equal to 2n squared plus 2n.